Let's get this over with. Welcome back to another episode of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. You got your boy, Suns fan Rain. We barely hanging on. I feel like I'm waiting till after Christmas to get more emotionally invested. Even though like I'm still like mad, I feel like I'm not as mad as I should be. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I'm just like, all right, like just don't fuck up my Christmas. You know what I mean? Like I'm having a good time, good holiday. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the holiday spirit a little bit. So it's just like, damn, I know on Christmas night is gonna really fuck it up. But uh I expected this L. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in my last video, I feel like this one in Christmas is probably gonna be an L before we actually like sit down and really turn this shit around. I'm recording this while the game is still going. I think it's like 2 minutes left or so. So the game is pretty much we getting dubbed or 15, losing by 15. So it's some things I want to say just to get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? First is you remember when I was crazy when everybody was like, oh, in the comments, like, oh, you crazy for like going so hard on trying to win early and like why do you care about these games in the beginning and da 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 blah blah blah. Like why I'm saying, oh, we should stack these wins up now. This is why. You know what I'm saying? Like if we'd have stacked those wins, if we would have won the games we were supposed to win early, when we lose these games right now, when we're going through this slump right now, this shit wouldn't be as bad. You see what I'm saying? But I was crazy for saying that back then. I was crazy being hard, like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? We need to get this shit together right now so we can stack this shit up early. So when everything start shaking and moving, we could be all right. But I guess I'm crazy. So that was one thing. And then another thing is, uh, what happened to the Devin Booker that we know and love? Like, what happened to the Devin Booker I fell in love with? Like, cause I don't know who this nigga is. Like, 9 of 20, 0 for 3 from three, 24 points. Um, shit is crazy, bro. Like, shit is crazy. Like, who is this nigga? Like, I get it. Like I said, the point book shit. Like I was never really fully on board, and I feel like now this stretch of games is showing you why. Like I was never fully on board, but it's like, why does it have to get to this point? You know what I mean? Like why does it have to get to this point to where it's like I feel like it's more of a "I told you so" kind of. Whereas it's like I feel like I'll fuck with point book in a playoff breaking case emergency situation, like breaking break glass. You know what I'm saying? We need it for the day. Okay, cool. He can get you a game or two, but like heavily relying on it, like we relied on it so much, or we was like, fuck it, we're gonna go point book so much that I feel like he kind of lost like who the fuck he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's just like watching him is just like he don't even look like comfortable. Like he don't look comfortable. He don't look like he know what the fuck what he's supposed to be doing out there. It's just like he just out there missing shit, looking hella uncomfortable. Like it's just like yo, and then they send a double at him, and it just make him look even more crazier. So it's just like yo, this shit is crazy, and it's just like to me, it just is disrespectful and astonishing to me how teams can successfully on a nightly basis successfully double team two people. Like I feel like if I'm on the floor and I'm seeing KD and Booker both getting doubled, and I'm not touching double digits or I'm not getting, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not getting looks, if I'm not scoring, if I'm not disrespected by them not guarding me at all, is crazy. You know what I mean? Is that not crazy? Like if I'm Grayson Allen or Eric Gordon, I'm like, yo, these niggas not guarding me is crazy. They're doubling two people at the same fucking time. Like you should take that as a sign of disrespect. But I feel like I said, I feel like one of the main problems with this team, I feel like when we get surgical, the main problem with this team is just the transition defense. You know what I'm saying? Like the transition defense is terrible. I feel like they beat us on just transition, really. Because like I said, I feel like we don't have a defensive anchor. And I feel like, and then on top of that, our offense isn't where it's supposed to be. So it just make it look even more crazier. Because it's just like, okay, we don't have a guy like a PJ Tucker or whoever the fuck. And that's why I said I feel like we should go get somebody that's a defensive anchor, or at least go get Ricky Rubio to at least get the offense so we can get a real point guard or whatever. I'm slowly getting them on board with the, you know, we need a real point guard. You know what I mean? But we need a defensive anchor because it's just like in transition, nobody knows who's guarding who, and it's just like, do these niggas even talk like on the floor? You know what I mean? Like, is like, do they talk? Do they not watch film? Like, do they not go back and like, okay, like let's watch the film of last game and like let's improve? Because it's like it's the same shit. Like it's the same shit that's been going on since October. It's just like, yo, and we still haven't patched this shit up. Like nobody sat down in a chair and said, okay, like in transition, this is what we do. This is how we attack. This is how we can play together. But it's just like this shit is so crazy right now. Some bright spots was I feel like as Bouquet did decent. You know what I'm saying? He finished with 11-11. I wasn't necessarily mad at him. Only thing I was really mad at was just more so like how he was playing in the sense of like I don't know if Frank told him that he should have just been in drop, if that makes sense. Like I feel like we'll live if Sabonis give us 50. Like if Sabonis drop 50 and hitting jump shots, like I'll take that L 7 out of 7 days of the week. You know what I mean? So it's just like when they come on that pick and roll, you can sag all the way off of that and just like, you know what I'm saying, play drop. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, like, some of that shit was just getting through or why he was falling for the pump fakes and all this other shit, like all the way on the elbow and at the 3 ball line and just bite. Like, that was the only thing that was really irritating me with him. But outside of that, I feel like he played solid. I feel like Saban Lee brought something to the team that was desperately needed. A guy that is going to, like, keep the ball and put pressure on the defense. But I feel like even when KD and Book was in the game, I feel like Saban Lee took the ball and took the disrespect. Like, okay, like y'all niggas not even picking me up, y'all not guarding me. Okay, I'm gonna go to the rim. Even though he didn't finish most of them, I appreciate him keeping the defense honest. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, because it's just like it make everything else easier for everybody when we can keep the defense honest. And like I said, at the end of the day, we need better from our superstars. That's what it is. I see niggas love to cape for Kevin Durant and stuff like that. I feel like today he played a good game, you know what I'm saying, 9-14 with 28 points. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you sat down and watched this game, you know that KD was putting up empty stats. Like, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like when you sit down and you're looking at the box score, like, oh, KD played good. It's not his fault or whatever, whatever. Or like he don't like it's not the reason why we lost, but it's just like these are empty stats, and I feel like I'm not. This is the part I'm not mad at. Like I think KD's game is more so like I want to take over in the second half and Book, you should be able to carry the first half. And if that's the case, then that I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? And I'm cool with that because I feel like KD is holding up his end of the bargain for the most part. Like he don't really bring it home to like close the game, but he'll carry some shit in the second half. I've yet to see a second half or third or fourth quarter where KD ain't really push shit on. Okay, cool. But it's in the first and second, he coasting. He not really doing shit. So and I'm not mad at that. He's 35, so he should be looking to Devin Booker to carry the carry the load. So, and that's what I'm saying. We need better from Devin Booker. I don't know who this nigga is right now because like I said, he just looked he looked terrible. Like he's looked terrible for about maybe a month, 2 months. It's just like because like I said, now they're trying to like you can tell that Frank is like trying to get him off the ball more and all this other shit and trying to get him back to shooting guard. But it seemed like the Monstars took his talent. Like he just don't know what the fuck to do out there anymore. So it just looked crazy, man. We look crazy as a team. Like it's just bad. And I feel like also too, like we need a guy always on the floor that's gonna do the little shit or like the you know what I'm saying? Like the garbage guy, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna do all the dirty work guy like on the floor at all times. So we need a Saban Lee, we need a Nas Little, we need a KBD, I feel like Yuta a little bit, but I feel like I would rather go I feel like I like what I seen out of Saban Lee today, and I like what I see out of Nas Little and Jordan Goodwin in the sense of like, you know what I'm saying, like just the dirty work guy. Because Eric Gordon and Grayson Allen, they're not doing the dirty work. I feel like the way that they play, I feel like they energy, they've been around the league for a little bit, so it's just like they've had a few contracts or whatever the case may be. It's just like they're above doing dirty work. You're not gonna see Eric Gordon on the floor. You're not gonna see Grayson Allen diving on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You might every now and again, but I feel like consistently that's not what he is. So I feel like we need to consistently have a guy that's gonna do the dirty work, that's gonna make the close out, that's gonna be like because I feel like we're just a one effort team right now. It's just like, all right, once a team make a pass or whatever, like we'll give a good effort right there, and once he make his move, it's just like all right, like everybody just give up on defense essentially. So I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. We suck. It's a lot. So it's so much. I'm looking at it. I'm at the 10-minute mark already. So it's just like it's so much wrong with this team. It'll take me like 20 minutes to break this shit down, or 30 minutes. But it's an L. It is what it is, man. I'm looking just after Christmas. Like, let's see what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm halfway emotionally. I'm half out. But till next time, man. Peace.